You've heard of the Hathaway shipyards, haven't you?
Yes.
That's Elmer. And to this day, he takes care of his less fortunate pals.
Today, we are diving into the inspiring lives of Hollywood stars whose faith, kindness, and courage shaped not just their careers, but the world around them. Stick around, because their stories might just change the way you see life.
I'm Mother Dolores Hart. You've got to follow your calling.
1. Dolores Hart. Dolores Hart's faith was so strong that she made a remarkable choice to leave a flourishing acting career and follow her heart. In 1963, she stepped onto a path of prayer and service, joining a Benedictine order. Her life transformed from the dazzling lights of Hollywood to the quiet halls of prayer. Every step she took was guided by trust in God, and her decision, though full of sacrifice, radiated hope. She believed that true happiness comes through faith, and her daily prayers became her source of strength. In her new life, Dolores found peace, dedicating her days to prayer and acts of kindness. She demonstrated that following God can be a beautiful journey filled with love, gratitude, and joy. Her life stands as a testament to the courage it takes to follow your heart, even when the choice is difficult, showing that true success comes from living with faith and a generous heart. 2. Barbara Stanwyck. Barbara Stanwyck's faith was a strong and comforting shelter throughout her life. Despite a difficult start, she found hope in God. Raised in a Protestant household, she later explored Catholic practices, keeping her heart open to prayer and spiritual guidance. Church attendance and sincere prayer became important parts of her life, helping her navigate challenges and moments of sorrow. Her faith gave her resilience and strength, allowing her to make choices that reflected her values. Even amidst hardship, her trust in God never wavered. Barbara's life was filled with quiet acts of devotion, humility, and care, and her presence on screen often carried messages of hope and perseverance. She showed that faith is not about perfection, but about striving to live a life guided by love and integrity. Her gentle prayers and quiet belief touched the hearts of those around her, teaching us that faith nurtures strength, kindness, and hope. 3. Claudette Colbert. Claudette Colbert's faith served as a quiet, guiding light. Growing up in a Catholic family, she found strength in her beliefs during challenging times. Though she seldom spoke openly about her faith, it shone clearly through her actions, donating to church charities, helping those in need, and living a life of humility and kindness. Even in the bustling world of Hollywood, she remained grounded, trusting God to guide her decisions. For Claudette, faith was not merely words but a way of life, expressed through simple acts of service and compassion. Her gentle heart, quiet prayers, and consistent devotion brought hope and calm to her own life and to those around her, showing that a life of faith can be bright, meaningful, and full of love. 4. Spencer Tracy. Spencer Tracy's faith was a quiet but steady strength. Raised in a Catholic family, he turned to prayer during life's difficulties, trusting that God was always with him. His belief did not waver in the face of struggles. It guided his choices, both in life and in his films. Spencer's private prayers brought comfort during troubled times, while his professional roles often carried lessons of hope and integrity. He lived with honesty and kindness, seeking to do what was right in every situation. His life was marked by humble moments, steady prayer, and compassionate actions. Through his example, Spencer demonstrated that faith is a source of courage, gentleness, and wisdom, illuminating the path even during life's darkest days. 5. Bob Hope. Bob Hope's faith was a joyful and vibrant part of his life. Coming from a Catholic background, he believed that laughter itself was a gift from God. His comedy brought hope and light to countless people, while he relied on God to guide his days. Bob visited soldiers with warmth and kindness, using humor to uplift hearts and spread love. He attended Mass, prayed quietly, and supported many church charities. Faith for him was intertwined with care for others. It gave him strength in hard times and inspired him to share joy widely. Bob's life shows that faith can be joyful, uplifting, and full of compassion. demonstrating that kindness, humor, and belief can make a profound difference in the world. 6. Fred Astaire. Fred Astaire's faith was a quiet rhythm that accompanied every step of his remarkable life. Raised in an Episcopalian household, he trusted God to guide both his artistry and personal journey. For Fred, every dance was a gift, and his movements reflected grace, care, and devotion. His prayers were soft and sincere, providing strength in challenging times. Beyond the stage, he supported charity events, using his talents to help others. His life was a harmony of music, prayer, and generosity. Fred believed that true beauty emerges from a loving heart, and that faith and art can move the soul together. Every step he took carried the calm spirit of devotion, reminding the world that trust in God brings elegance, kindness, and strength. 7. Danny Thomas. Danny Thomas's faith shone as a beacon of hope. A devoted Catholic, he believed that laughter and love were gifts from God, and his life reflected this belief in countless ways. His heartfelt prayers were a source of guidance and comfort, inspiring him to build hospitals and support families and children in need. Daily, he expressed gratitude for his blessings, understanding that true faith manifests through service to others. Danny's humor, warmth, and compassion endeared him to many, and he consistently supported church charities. His life illustrates that small acts of kindness, combined with a trust in God, can leave a lasting impact. Through his gentle heart and joyful spirit, he reminded the world that faith and compassion walk hand in hand. 8. James Cagney. James Cagney's faith was a steadfast force that guided his life. A devoted Catholic, he believed in God and the power of redemption, allowing his prayers to remain honest and deep. On screen, he portrayed characters with toughness tempered by compassion, reflecting the core of his beliefs. Even in difficult times, he trusted God's guidance, choosing roles that illustrated lessons of right and wrong. He supported church groups, helped those in need, and lived a life marked by sincere action and devotion. James's example shows that courage stems from faith, and that trust in God can bring light to even the most challenging days. Through his life, he demonstrated that inner strength and moral integrity are inseparable from a devoted heart. 9. Olivia de Havilland. Olivia de Havilland found in her faith a quiet comfort that shaped her life. A devoted Catholic, she believed that God's love was a constant guide. Gentle prayers and daily reflection became her sources of inner strength. Olivia's actions mirrored her beliefs. She supported church activities, helped those in need, and conducted herself with kindness and care. Her life showed that faith provides peace in a busy and often challenging world. Every act, no matter how small, carried a sense of devotion and purpose. Olivia's gentle spirit inspired those around her, demonstrating that even quiet faith has the power to illuminate the lives of others. She reminded the world that love, prayer, and kindness are the true measures of a devoted life. 10. Debbie Reynolds. Debbie Reynolds's faith was a bright and steady spark throughout her life. A caring and gentle believer, she trusted God with all her heart. Her prayers were warm and hopeful, providing strength amid the demands of her career in movies and music. She often spoke about the comfort prayer brought her, and her actions reflected love and kindness. Debbie supported church charities, helped those in need, and maintained a life full of joyful moments and gentle care. For her, every smile and act of generosity stemmed from God's love. Her life teaches that faith and love are intertwined, guiding us through challenges, brightening the world, and inspiring others to live with compassion and trust. Debbie's example shows that a kind heart and quiet devotion can create lasting joy for oneself and for others. 11. Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy Stewart grew up with strong Presbyterian beliefs, and faith was at the heart of his life. During World War II, he prayed before every flight, trusting God's guidance in each moment. On and off screen, he demonstrated that faith brings hope and resilience. His movies often reflected moral values, showing that life is full of grace and meaningful choices. Gentle and true, Jimmy remained humble, attending church regularly and living by his principles. His quiet strength, calm voice, and steady faith helped others find comfort and courage. Through his actions and words, he taught that faith is not only personal devotion, but a guiding light that inspires bravery, kindness, and hope in everyday life. 12. Loretta Young. Loretta Young was a devoted Catholic whose faith influenced every part of her life. She chose roles that aligned with her beliefs and famously refused to compromise her soul for any part. Known for her kindness, she kept a swear jar on set to encourage respectful speech. Even amidst family challenges, she turned to prayer and trusted God to guide her. Faith for Loretta meant rising after every fall, making choices from the heart, and living with integrity. Her humility, care, and steadfast devotion demonstrated that one could navigate the demanding world of Hollywood with grace, showing others the power of quiet faith and loving action. 13. Irene Dunne. Irene Dunne's faith was a deep and guiding force in her life. A devoted Catholic, she trusted God completely, allowing her beliefs to shape her choices both on and off screen. She sought roles that reflected kindness, spoke of God's will in her words, and lived guided by daily prayer. Irene's gentle spirit shone through her films, and her actions touched the lives of many, supporting church charities and helping those in need. Her life was filled with simple acts of service and thoughtful care, demonstrating that true faith is reflected in everyday behavior. Her example reminds us that quiet devotion, sincerity, and compassion can make a profound impact on the world. 14. Jane Wyman. Jane Wyman found faith through her search for truth. Becoming a Catholic in 1953, her spiritual journey brought her inner peace and a heart open to God's love. She dedicated herself to charity work, visiting orphanages and hospitals, showing care and compassion in her actions. Jane believed that faith is a way of life, guiding everyday decisions and nurturing hope. Her prayers were a source of calm and clarity, influencing her personal and professional life alike. Through her quiet devotion, she demonstrated that faith brings light, serenity, and purpose, illustrating the profound effect a committed spiritual life can have on oneself and others. 15. Bing Crosby. Bing Crosby's faith was an integral part of his life as a devoted Catholic. He believed in God and expressed his devotion both through music and actions. His songs carried messages of hope and love, and he often attended Mass, bringing his family along to nurture their spiritual growth. Crosby's kindness extended beyond words. He supported church charities and helped those in need without seeking recognition. His life exemplified humility, devotion, and gentle guidance. Faith for Bing was not about showmanship, but about living sincerely and influencing others through quiet, meaningful acts. Through his music, prayer, and generosity, he left a legacy of hope, comfort, and steadfast belief. Faith, kindness, courage. These stars lived it, and so can we. If you loved their stories, smash that like, subscribe for more, and hit the bell so you never miss an inspiring story.